a fuck.
Bored to shit, forced to wipe.
I do believe that's about time that we get started. Welcome to the
Please
stream
tell
if
me
you
we
are
got
here.
started right before I said that.
Yes.
And so that was the first thing on stream.
Incredible.
Good.
Pack it up. We can
Silly
go
worse
home
if
now.
missing
Ah,
something.
fuck.
That's
Welcome to
pretty
the
accurate
stream if
to
you
the
are
shit
here.
show
If you are
that
not
this
here,
stream is.
it's true.
Hey, I have a question. Wait, real quick.
Yes.
What if I'm not here?
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, like am I
Yeah, what then?
like
yeah.
physically or mentally?
Well, you just were talking about like, I just didn't know if I would still be like welcome or
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
You didn't mention what happens if we're not here.
yeah. So
look,
I
if
just
you're
wanted
not
to
here,
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
you're
that
still welcome as always.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for
Okay.
reminding me, Rambles. I got an ad.
Thank God.
Oh no, don't do it.
Now is everybody welcome here? If they're not here?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
interesting.
look,
Even Nazis?
Fuck ass.
first of all,
I have to push it to that.
I
Yes, I did.
have no way of knowing if a person is a Nazi online until they
No,
do
they'll
a
tell you
thing.
online.
There will be signs.
That there will be hints.
All right, everybody
Lots
is
of mac and cheese.
welcome until proven otherwise.
Yeah, we have had some issues with that in the past.
It is a wonderful but very sleepy Wednesday, apparently. The only person
alright.
here that isn't yawning like crazy is Gizmo.
And that's out of spite.
True.
Yeah, I'm fueled by spite. It gives me energy.
Fight energy.
Damn.
That must be a new drink.
Yeah.
But we are
It's all the
back
sugar.
for some more draw steel. Now, last time we had left off, we mostly just focused on finishing out the combat with the dwarves.
We got our shit kicked in by a bunch of dwarves. Yeah.
You say you got your
I
shit
remember that.
kicked in.
I got my shit kicked in by a bunch of dwarves, okay?
I mean, yeah, but you still have 4 recoveries. Looking
Yeah.
pretty good.
You know, Rank isn't. Rank only has 2 recovery.
I'm
3
saying
recoveries.
saying 3. Yeah. It's like a full health bar.
Yeah. Sure.
After bringing it back, though, and
Bring it back
taking
now,
them
y'all.
out, you also decided that you were going to take their camp and spend the night there. Morning, what remaining supplies there were, you made sure to send off back to Behdmeten in hopes that it would be useful to the citizens there, and headed out towards your next objective. As a reminder, the last thing that you all had to on your checklist was you were informed of some conflict that were happening between, as they described it, 2 bandit gangs, with a village that has been unfortunately caught in the middle of all of it. They are hopeful that by making contact with them and getting on their good side, you can potentially bolster the forces around Behdmeten. Though they've also made it very clear that you will only be able to get one of them on your side. The second that you convince one side to join you, the other side will go against you almost out of spite.
Almost out of spite or out of spite and you just don't want to say it?
We're out of Sprite.
Almost.
We're out of Sprite?
Almost out of Sprite. But the travel there, while not long, will leave you all with a moment to just prepare yourselves for the upcoming potential battle. Hopefully more battle of words than a battle of fists. But
Oh,
at the very least,
Don't
you all
worry,
do
this is a
have
game about
some.
combat. There's going to be a battle of fists.
yeah.
Although actually, none of us really use unarmed attacks. I guess Akron kind of does.
Akron definitely does.
We don't know that.
What are these me?
And as you all get on your way along this stretched image of a path,
The
world
long
looks-
road ahead, literally.
the world looks blurrier than usual. I don't know why
Oh,
it's
fuck,
stretched. I think
it's-
there's just
I-
something fucked up with the canvas.
I think it's my
It could be
glasses.
yours.
Let me
I
wipe
l-
those
We've all
off.
forgotten our glasses.
I lost
Dear
my
God.
fucking contacts.
Peregrine, you wear glasses?
Not anymore.
Oh. Oh, you did wear glasses at one point. I see.
A lot of things change when you come back from the dead.
Hmm. So. Hmm.
Full of shit because he never goes to the bathroom.
Same shit, different pants.
As you all travel, I do want to take a moment to kind of zoom in on a couple of.
No, I don't think the
Since-
resolution can.
After that fucking response.
You all have not had very much time to get actual rest since you arrived in Behdmeten. It being seemingly one thing after another, and now the entire region is at stake, with seemingly the fate of it being rested upon your all shoulders. Shiver, you haven't been the most talkative of the team, but your words have been very well chosen.
Thank you, God.
How have you been getting along with the rest of the team in between combats?
How have I been getting along with the rest of in between combats?
The rest of the team in between combats.
Ah. Well enough, I think. I don't have any particular beef with anybody.
Is there anything in particular that you typically do, like in between combats or while traveling? Or do you mostly keep to yourself and just play nice with the rest of the team?
Well, I lurk in the shadows, I sharpen my daggers, I listen in for the appropriate spaces in which to make jokes. All the important stuff, really.
A true companion to the end. And Oriamus, when you first
Mhm.
set out to Behdmeten I doubt that you were actually expecting to run across your rival. Not so soon. But
Mm.
since you have run into them, you obviously have had some questions as to what they were even doing in the area and what would drive
Mm.
them to do what they were doing, at least as far as you could see.
At first, I thought he left home to get away from destiny, but now that he's here doing this, it seems like there are more than one reason for him to leave home. Maybe
Have
you
you got
knew others would frown upon what he's doing.
perhaps have you taken the time to talk with any of the other members of the party about this? I know that you've been
Mm.
quite open about your rival existing, um, but I'm sure that the conundrum that you find yourself in has weighed a little heavy on your mind.
Of course, having extra insight on him would be nice. Especially if they've now seen him in the amount of time it took me to get here.
Okay. Is there anyone in particular that you feel that you would have confided in more than others?
Considering how perceptive Peregrine is, I would have asked them.
All right. And Peregrine, for your part, having Oriamus confide in you about his worries with his rival, what are your thoughts on the matter?
Well, I never much got into the Colosseum in my time, but I can't imagine that, present company excluded, it would tend to attract the most scrupulous of individuals. So I can't imagine that come as that much of a surprise that upon being surely bested by our friend Oriamus here, he might seek greener pastures or another trade in which to ply his skills. Shame it's such a bloody one, though.
Peregrine having said their piece on the matter, it does give you more to think about, though from the way that you have talked about your rival, it still is quite a surprise that they would do this. You thought that you knew them at least a little bit better, having spent so much time with them on the Blood Sands.
The conversations we had were usually not friendly. He
And
was
yet it's
very aloof most of the time.
well, with any luck, you will run into them again. You do have, of course, a mark on them, thanks to Peregrine, and one that allows you to keep an eye on where they're at.
And I assume they are far from here. Peregrine?
And getting further.
Whatever business they had around in Behdmeten has either been resolved or perhaps they just decided it would be best to come back later when the storm that is Oriamus has passed. Finally, Celis and Akron. You have not had time to get the necklace working. But even still, it acts as a great symbol of how all of you were able to help more of your own kind. It's still concerning, though, that even this far from Ajax's laws and control, people still will go out of their way to turn over otherwise peaceful individuals just trying to seek refuge.
Villains
Have
go
you-
unpunished.
Have you
It is
taken the
crazy.
chance to actually tell the rest of the party about your own history and why you were so quick to break from your like no kill rule?
I saw a villain. A villain willing to trade in lives for a quick bag of money. I saw no need to give mercy to someone with such a rotten heart. As for having told everyone else, I haven't taken the time. And after so many years of being hunted down, you think maybe they would understand why I had to stop someone that was so willing to trade in my own kind.
And yet, Peregrine's words did still stop you.
I'm not unreasonable.
Do you... And you don't have to necessarily answer this right now if you are unsure, but do you feel that you hold any resentment for the rest of the party for holding you back? Or do you think that it was for the best that they stepped in when they did, saving a part of Celis that was very much on the brink in that moment?
I was being shown the same mercy that I showed others. Now, even if I find that care for keeping myself in mind to be misguided after I still consider that someone like that person should have died. I will not hold any grudges, for they did what they thought was best. And we are heroes after all.
And with any luck, a person like that will get their comeuppance one way or another. But thankfully, when you all get back to Behdmeten, you will hopefully see more of your kind safe and sound within Behdmeten's walls. Though they may still need to hide, they at least will be safer and can travel when all this is said and done.
One can only hope.
With the thoughts and conversations eating away at the time, you finally arrive at the village. You make sure to come in from a direction that hopefully shouldn't put you face to face with either gang right away. Unfortunately, I think it takes a second to preload. And as you walk into the center of this village, you all see a pretty small crowd gathered at what appears to be a little market area set up around the town well. Among the other villagers, there are a few individuals that stand out. One appears to be a woad elf. The other, you've heard of them, but I am unsure if any of you would have seen one of them, being a shadow elf.
What do they look like?
They look like probably a map that I just now realized is dark for you all.
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, at least I can see it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fine. That's good. I did remember that. Okay. So the shadow elf, they look roughly the same figure-wise to a woad elf, though they appear to have pointy ears rather than the bat-like ears of the woad. Their skin seems to be almost washed out, as if they do not belong of this world. And if what rumors you may have heard are true, they aren't of this world. I will ask, is there a skill that any of you have that would lend you any information on Shadow Elves at all?
Oh,
What
Huh.
kind of skills might lend one information on shadow elves?
Well, more than likely, it would be a lore skill that would get you any information at all. Something like uh, either history or society might, if they are going to, if that's something that you think that your character may have happened upon. But past that, at a stretch, you might also have some information from magic lore, as their form of magic is something that has been noted in many a text.
I have. God, sorry, I'm like fucking covered. Blah, blah. Cat fur. I have criminal underworld.
Unfortunately, Criminal Underworld would not apply to this, I don't think.
What? I
I
can't
don't
ask
know,
the
sir.
little outlaws in my pocket if they know anything about the shadow elf. You think they don't run in these circles? Okay.
And not in your pocket circles.
Well, listen, you don't. I have, again, we don't need to get into the subject of my pockets. I have so many daggers.
Now, I want to make it clear as well. Like, I'm not asking for a test to be made here. Just if anybody has any of those skills and they think that their character might have come across this kind of stuff, I am more than happy to give a little bit more information before we go in.
I have all three of the mentioned skills, but I don't
Oh.
think Peregrine's probably come across shadow elves before.
Okay. In that case, then, the only thing that I would actually give, and this is because I did actually see on Shiver's sheet, you do have the magic lore skill. I am going to I'm actually going to give you at least a little bit because it is in relation to, uh, to your college and class.
Yes.
From what you have heard, shadow elves, just like their name, use a form of just dark magic, literally shadow magic, that allows them to control light and dark. This is something that does make them very, very good assassins if they so choose to be. And the College of Black Ash would have picked up some of their techniques, though not all of them, as there are certain things that only a shadow elf can truly make use of. Though it's standing out in broad daylight like this seems to be almost contradictory to the bits that you've heard. In the middle of all of this stands a dwarf. One that you recognize from
Oh god, I thought
just yesterday.
Oh, I was just hoping you'd reuse assets. I didn't think of the same fucking. Oh, they're here to torment me. First they kick my butt, and then they return. Oh,
He seems to be shouting something over the crowd, who, even from this distance, you can hear a lot of responses going back and forth. You all are allowed to approach this situation if you wish. I'm not going to start anything just yet, so feel free to kind of move around as the crowd seems to be getting more and more riled up.
hmm.
No takers on moving into the village?
I mean, I would like to see what's going on with the crowd.
I mean, if nobody's going to stop you, you are allowed to move in.
Ooh. Oh yeah. I thought that was just the, like a big sign. I think it
Oh,
was a
I guess
wall.
it is. Probably is. I don't know.
Yeah.
What
You
is that
walked up.
thing?
What is that thing?
Why did they put it in the middle of the road? That's terrible civil planning.
Well, it's like a hanging sign.
Yeah,
A wha-
Yeah.
that's what it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it's like a like a wooden kind of gateway with
Yeah.
with
With a
a
sign
sign
on the
that's kind
top.
of hanging down. Yeah.
All right, I might have some more questions about that in a second. Also,
Well,
Wait,
tell me.
what does the sign say? What does the sign say?
yeah, what does the sign say? Also, Shiver, why are you hovering 1 square above the ground? That's
They
spooky.
just do that.
Oh. Oh my god. Shiver, you learned how to float.
You know,
They have
don't
descended.
reveal every card in your
Aw.
hand at once. That's what they teach you at the college.
Is that what they teach you at the college?
Just for a
No,
moment.
you idiot. It was a trick of light. That wasn't my shadow. It was oil spot on the ground. Have you not seen that?
Just turn around for a
Fucking
second.
David
Oh my
Blaine
god,
over
Shiver's
here.
floating. Oh no, never mind.
Who's David
Ha-
Blaine?
Is that not the popular magician from alternate universe question mark?
I haven't
Alternate
been to an alternate
universe.
universe.
He's like the arch enemy of I believe is Chris Angel.
They have
Hmm.
angels at this alternate universe?
Oh wow.
Let's meet
Not
this
as
Chris
such.
the Angel at once.
Bit of
How
a mind
often have
freak.
you gone to this universe, Shiver? Why have you never told us
Listen.
about this?
Every night in my dreams, I see
What?
you. I hear you.
When I'm very quiet in the back, I have David Blaine and Chris Angel fighting over me in my head. You don't need to know
Oh,
that.
you just told us though.
And I will make you pay for this information in time. Don't you worry.
Okay. Hmm. Do you want money or what are you taking from me?
Blood.
Probably yes, blood,
Oh,
sweat, tears.
yeah.
I don't know if you have any of those things, but
I've got some pebbles.
maybe if I can sharpen a dagger on it, I am interested, but we will have to we'll have to see.
Doesn't happen very often, but when Oriamus gets scared, he shits bricks.
That would be very useful. That's a good contribution to society. We can make money off of this.
Quick, Oriamas, we
not.
need a brick. I got you.
Is your
And
secret
put my food
move? I
away.
float a little bit, you shit bricks. It's like we're this. Yes, a good team. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Very versatile team.
But hey, hold on. This feels like this is all just a distraction. What does the sign say,
What? Yeah,
Randalls?
yeah. Very important. Very important.
Oh, the sign just says "Welcome to Marlton."
You can't
Marlton.
fucking
Can I
read.
spell that?
Yeah, sure.
Marelton.
Marlton.
Marlton.
All right.
Oh, what is next sign?
There, spelled the other word for
Oh,
you
there.
too, just to be sure.
Marlton, welcome to. Okay, that's what the sign says. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I
Does the
believe it.
backside of the sign say something?
No.
It says it in reverse.
Please come again.
Y'all come back now.
You hear?
I was about to say that. We are in that neck of the woods.
Stellus, are you and Akron just hanging out at the edge of town for now?
Yeah, I don't feel like going in.
So, Solus and Akron heard us talking about shitty bricks back inside.
I mean, to be fair, we did just get done like freeing a bunch of dragon knights who were sold out by their countrymen. I can't imagine that Silas and Akron are feeling very comfortable going into a town where they
Yeah,
haven't already
That's fine.
made some inroads.
I'm gonna be honest. I just don't want to see those people. I don't want to start shit. Might be
Who
a
said what?
hero, but
Fuck.
they're villains to me. I can't
Perfectly
just
fine.
stand back
The
and
elves?
let them
The
be.
elves?
Ah, fuck you.
Solus
your
and
elves.
Akron hate elves.
I mean,
Unheard of story information.
he's
To be
understandable.
fair, I don't think they've said 2 words to Shiver the whole campaign. Maybe that is canon.
Oh, I fucking hate him.
Listen, we're not for everybody.
We are an acquired taste.
Why did this go to
I-
you?
I also don't like mini elves. Kind of my
you-
whole deal, in fact.
Do you like yourself?
We need to talk more about Shiver's whole deal at some point.
You know, I have, I'm just like everybody else, really, you know.
I put my bandolier of daggers on one arm at a time, just like you.
I don't have a fucking bandolier, okay? I told you, I have so many pockets.
Some have criminals in them.
That's Shiver's middle name, is Pockets.
If we ever did happen to visit this hypothetical alternate universe in which exists dueling, levitating magicians, I would be very interested in cargo pants as well.
Did David Blaine levitate? I thought he just disappeared shit.
You know fucking nothing.
Wonderful.
I really fucking hope I have his name right as well. The more I
What,
say it,
David
the less.
Blaine? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Sorry. Well, all right. He's the bald one, right?
No,
Is he bald?
No.
that
Oh,
you
no.
got wrong.
What the fuck? This is not who I was imagining.
The
Who are
only
you
two.
imagining?
I love this very thoughtful image of him just plastered with bees.
Thank you. Yes, I see that as well.
The only
Anyway,
two magicians that I think of when I think of magicians anymore is fucking Penn and Teller.
That
think
I hardly know her.
is
both
amazing.
magicians.
What do you mean?
What?
Are they both magicians?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I thought like one of them was a magician, the other one was like his side chick.
No, they both do their own things. Like they do solo acts, they do combo acts where
Does
where
does
both of them
does the one
take
dude
lead.
talk during the solo acts?
Well, it depends on whether they are doing stuff as Penn and Teller, or if
Side
Teller's
why I
kind of
asked.
doing his own thing.
Yeah,
Because
that's why I
Teller
asked during
does
the
talk
Silverbacks.
outside of the whole Penn and Teller act.
Okay. So what's going on with these guys in the middle of town?
Wait, can I throw in one more thing? The fourth Google image for David Blaine is like a photo of him with his hand over his own face, but his face is painted onto his hand, so it looks like it's not on his hand, or it just
Yeah.
looks like his face. And the caption for it, it's a Yahoo article. It just says David Blaine watches a man leap to certain death. But he's
That's the
so
last. That's
fucking
the last
stoic
thing that
in
the
his
guy sees.
Well, that's how he watched it.
And then I put my hand up like this.
Oh no, I can't watch.
Sorry. That that's all right. Yeah, so what's going
Oh
on?
my god.
What's happening in the center of town?
Well, Solus does decide to stay behind as you all approach. And as you get closer, you start hearing more distinctly what is actually going on as the voices start making more sense. Seems like they are bidding on things. And you hear the dwarf say over the crowd, "Sold!" And he tosses something out, like, haphazardly to an individual that you assume actually did finish, or did actually win the bid. And they toss up a few coins on, like, towards the soapbox that the dwarf has positioned
Wait,
themselves
how many
on.
people are in the center of town right now?
The crowd.
Okay.
It's a very small crowd. You want me to put up some random tokens? Look, the old lady's there. It's all old ladies.
Oh my god.
That
But
is-
everybody's old.
That is better, honestly. Yeah.
Like, it's not many, but it's like just enough to where you would consider it a crowd,
So 3,
at least.
famously.
Crazy crowd?
Yeah, that's it, baby.
Um, and he reaches, only hops down and collects the coins and pockets them before hopping back up and saying, "And for my last item, I have this." And he holds up what appears to be a bracelet. It doesn't look like anything special at a distance. Just a green bracelet, potentially made out of vines. And it's clear in how he talks that he also doesn't really know what it is past being a bracelet.
I mean, where he said this.
Yes.
Oh, it's that.
And he
I got one of these things. Don't you want one of these? Everyone wants one of these. They do stuff.
says, "I'll admit I don't know what this thing is, but I've been assured it's really important or something. I hear it's magical. Who do we want to start the bidding?" And people, once again, start piping up with their bids. Though almost immediately, the two elves that you saw at a distance start shouting over the crowd. And as one raises the bid, 50! The other one immediately jumps in, 60! And it goes back and forth a few times, and as they continue to get louder, you see the other people in the crowd quiet down as if they're realizing something is wrong. And they start to back away and scatter into the various buildings, the shouting continuing to get louder. Now, the amounts that they're talking in are still not too crazy. Clearly, they do see value in this bracelet that is hard to tell from this distance, but the amounts that they're talking in are something that you all can easily overcome if you all wish to step in yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Can we recognize what the bracelet is? Get any information about it?
See. So, actually going. You obviously do recognize that as the crowd kind of disperses, you get a better look at it, even from this distance. You can see it is clearly not just a normal bracelet. For whatever it is, if he is to be believed, it is in fact magical. Let's see. I would actually say Peregrine. You said earlier you do actually have magic lore, and I know that you've been doing some research into the magic items as of late. So I'm gonna give this to you. You do recognize it as something called a divine vine. You didn't take a whole lot of time on the page to read into the deeper details, but you recognize it still from your bits of research. And from your understanding, it's supposed to be something that allows you to extend it out and attach onto various things, allowing you to either pull things to you or pull yourself to them. For whatever reason, they seem to really, really want this item.
Do you think this is a mockery of the relic, Peregrine?
Well, I'm no expert, but from here, no, it looks to be the genuine article.
Mm-hmm. The dwarves didn't seem very strapped for relics last we saw them.
Oh, I'm sure they had a few in their back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, we could always have a chat with him.
After our last encounter, not sure if they would be chatty.
Shall we find out? Ahoy there!
You call out, and the dwarf stops mid-sentence in calling out bids. This not stopping the two elves from their bickering back and forth. And upon seeing your group approaching, you can see him mouth, "Oh shit." And he drops the bracelet on the ground and immediately books it in the other direction.
Well, seems you were right, Oriamus.
It seems we just have that effect on people we've met before. Well, I guess that leaves the bracelet to one of the two elves.
It got
Which-
dropped on the floor. The fuck you mean they're gonna be to the elves?
You know, it's a little dirty, but
Which you actually see upon him
Before
leaving.
anyone react, while the bracelet is being dropped on the ground, can I just living arrow
from all the way
my
over there.
sister and just
Nope. You can get about to where we are.
Actually, with 3 victories, I believe you can extend your living arrow's range, to 15 with 1 ferocity. So you can, in theory, out of combat, use a 1 ferocity ability that would allow you to launch up to
Mhm.
15 spaces.
Oh yeah. So you get in front of us.
But not close enough to get the bracelet.
So
I mean, she can still run for it.
I
don't
mean, I
think the
will
elves
say
would like
that
it if we take their quarry.
if you wish to do this, then I would allow you to launch Akron into the middle of the square, like up to 15 spaces before things go south.
Yeah. Before anything goes down, before they can react to this, whatever the fuck is being dropped.
All right. In that case, then, where are you planting Akron?
15 spaces, as close center as possible.
So
Over
yeah,
here.
it'd be like anywhere along this line.
Over here.
All right. In that case, then,
And she just immediately fucking books it.
the elves look down at the bracelet on the ground. They look up to one another, look back at the bracelet, and both of them rush forward towards it as Akron, as you see just an arrow flying across to the center of the town, landing, and Akron forming in front of you all. And combat will start.
Oh,
Much for a peaceful
combat!
introduction.
You all hear, at the same moment that all this is going on, a shout and a rustling of leaves from
Oh.
either side of the village. As it appears that both parties thought it was pertinent to hide more of themselves around the village just in case things went sour. At this moment as well that you come to understand why the village unfortunately keeps getting caught in the middle of this mess. So,
Does that mean that since we're going into combat, I still have my movement with Akron? Can I go grab
We
the
haven't even
bracelet?
rolled initiative yet.
Yeah, we gotta roll initiative first. Combat is officially beginning.
No.
And I told you I would allow you to launch your way in there, but that would basically be the one action that you take before uh before
That's it.
things
That's all I get.
started.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. So this should be a quick combat. The rules of engagement are as follows. This in the center, this little bag icon is going to
Is the bracelet.
represent the bracelet. Anybody that goes to the bracelet while it is on the ground can use a maneuver to pick it up. If you are adjacent to an individual that is holding the bracelet, you can use the grab maneuver. And upon a successful grab maneuver, instead of grabbing them, you can choose to instead grab the bracelet, taking it from them.
If the bracelet is in our possession, can we pass it to an ally that is beside us without having to use the grab action? If the ally is adjacent.
Any action that involves moving the bracelet from one person to another will require a maneuver from somebody.
Okay.
But you can you can pass it to somebody without making like a grab maneuver test, for example. So if Shiver let's say that you are holding the bracelet, Oriamas, if Shiver comes along, they can use a maneuver to take the bracelet from you willingly. Your goal is to simply get that bracelet and get out of town and figure this out later. Because this area is going to turn into a war zone over this fucking vine. The enemy has a similar goal. But this is going to be a unique fight, one that I'm doing something different with. You all are not the main enemy of these elves. These elves are against each other, and you are caught in the middle of it. They will be fighting each other, and they will be fighting whoever has the bracelet. Their goal is to get the bracelet and take it to their appropriate side. Purple representing the Shadow Elves, green representing the Woad Elves.
Blue representing where we need to get it.
Yes. It should be roughly equidistant for all parties involved. There are a couple rules that I do want to make sure are stated when it comes to the bracelet. The first rule: the bracelet cannot teleport with you. While you do not have a way of knowing this, if you were to try to teleport with this bracelet, it would not come with you. It is not uncommon in areas like this for a simple bit of anti-theft magic to be placed on valuable items to prevent this exact scenario. As such, once you grab it, you're going to need to walk that bitch out. Secondly, I will allow you all to throw it. With the use of a maneuver, you can take the bracelet, if you have it, and throw it up to 5 spaces away to either an empty space or an individual. So, even if let's say Oriamus, again using you as an example, if you take the bracelet, you can toss it 5 spaces away to Shiver if they are there. Or if you think that it's better to do so, you can toss it into an empty space, at which point it will fall onto the ground, but it might get it further away from whatever's going on or attract people over there.
You said I could toss it 5 spaces?
Yep, up to 5 spaces. Again, it takes a maneuver to do so, but as a reminder, you can trade a main action for
Just
a
picking
maneuver.
it up off the ground, take an action?
It takes a maneuver. Any time that
Any
you are
interaction.
interacting with the item, it is going to take a maneuver to do so.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions about the rules of engagement or interactions with the item before I let you all start planning and potentially getting started?
Nope.
All right. In that case, then. Oriamas.
Roll a
Will you do the
d6?
honors?
The D10.
D10.
D10. Okay, I'm glad I asked. I think it's time for us to draw Steve. Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
That's
Who's gonna
some
be
steel
the
boots.
oh!
The
That's
NPC did
nice.
it. Oh no.
Oh, I have Rex selected.
Oh, I see. Rex is just NPC?
Yeah, like okay,
his,
well, like
his token is
NPC Rex.
NPC. Here, I can actually fix
Sorry,
that.
I
It's on
whispered
the
over to
prototype.
Rex.
It's on the prototype token.
Rex. Draw initiative.
Alright, well, you all have won the initiative. So, feel free to discuss amongst yourselves if you like who wants to go first, or if you want to let the elves go first, for whatever reason.
I can get the gate. I can get the gate to the bracelet.
You can get the bracelet to the gate.
I can get the bracelet to the gate.
What do you mean?
Run up to the bracelet, pick it up with the maneuver, run back with charge, hand, and then Rek takes the bracelet from me with a maneuver, and then Rek runs here.
That is pretty good.
Wait, I could double it up. Rek has a charge, right? He doesn't have charge. Oh, he does have charge.
Everyone has
You can
charge. It's a
effectively
basic
charge.
action.
So I could have Rek walk to here and then charge it to the safe zone.
All right.
Is this the part where I find out that I set up this entire thing only for it to end in a single turn?
All right,
Sorry,
so
also have like the ability
That's-
to just
yeah,
stand
best
there,
case
like,
scenario.
tap across.
all right, can I first turn?
You
I'm alright
it's
with it.
funnier if you do some like tag bullshit. I'll
You don't have to do this to me.
I don't have to do it to you, but you let me get this far.
Oh my god.
You said it should be a quick combat. I don't know what your problem
mean-
is.
Yeah.
You're right. You are absolutely right. Oh my god. Like, here I thought like setting up restrictions and everything would like make
You only
17
move
squares
from
a
here.
little bit harder to go after, like,
Oh
because
no, I
you
can't
of course have to.
teleport.
Just give my thighs a good pat. You didn't account for these babies.
Well, should we get this over with?
Because my initial
I
thought was
guess,
I'm just
but-
gonna have like fucking Akron running, grab it, and I just teleport her right next to me.
Oh, I
yeah,
know.
but we considered that.
Yeah, but we can't.
That had already been thought about. What hadn't been thought about is thick thighs.
You know what? That is funny. I'll pass. You could do it in my
Go on,
mind.
Oriamus.
I got it. I've just got to wait. I haven't got my
Yeah.
focus yet.
All right.
Yeah, the director needs. The director's
Yeah,
gonna
give my
make
focus.
sure that his
Thank
next
you.
one turn is gonna
All
be
right,
a long
so-
ass turn.
Director's busy
I
massaging his
stand
temples.
directly on top of the bracelet.
Yes.
I select the bracelet. I use a maneuver. A grab. I grab the bracelet.
Okay.
Been
So
so
now I
fucking funny
have
if you
the
just got
bracelet.
slippy fingies though.
So now I can use the main action of charge, which lets me move up my movement in a straight line. So now I
Uh-huh.
can move back to my starting position in a straight line with
You want
the
to make a free
bracelet that I
strike
can't
against
move.
Rek?
No, I would not like to make a free strike against Rek. I can't. I don't have the bracelet, but you do the
You
No,
can
I
make a
have
free
the
strike
bracelet,
against the
technically.
ground.
I should, yeah. Just stomp it. Oh no, I gotta come to a stop. Like,
Well, here's the
go
thing:
red.
if you crit on it, you'll get an extra action.
Oh,
All right.
Nah,
I
I'm
will
not gonna
say,
do that. Mhm.
just because, I mean, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yes, they are going to make a free strike against you as you
Of
rush in
course.
and then leave
Has-
their melee range.
Yeah. I expect that.
You're not getting
I
out
am.
of here unscathed entirely for this
I'm
fucking
entirely accepting that.
bullshit.
All right, so we got Rek. All right, Rek does not. Right, yeah, okay. So Rek grabs the bracelet from Mario.
All right, that's your maneuver.
Yeah, that's the maneuver. Then I gotta select Rek again. No, stop selecting the bracelet. I gotta stop selecting the bracelet. Select. Okay, okay, there we go. I couldn't select Rek because of that. All right, I have 5 movement, even though I just moved one twice technically, so I have
Uh-huh.
5. So I can make it right here. Then I can use the main action of charge, which makes me move in my direction. I can technically move 6, but 5 gets me there.
Would you like to make a free strike against Ellis?
Can I dap him up?
Yeah, that's allowed.
All right, cool. I guess I just rank
me
dap
up.
Sellis up.
Just
Hands him the
look at
bracelet.
him, be like, "You beat me to it." I was just gonna try some funny shit with my arrows, but that works.
Oriam's handed it to me, so I brought it to you.
That works. I'll just put it in my pocket.
All right.
So time to go.
See, this is where the
Change-
objective turns into a diminished numbers because
Yeah,
they're really
change-
pissed.
Of plans.
Okay, yep. Tina, we have orders. Your main goal is not to eliminate everybody.
In a
Mhm.
burst of speed. Just as everybody starts rushing forward, like they cannot react anywhere near fast enough to outpace Oriamus Granus, who rushes in, quickly grabs, ignores everything as he rushes back to his companion, just clasps it in his hand and commands him to go. And Rek does so with ease. It is only at this moment that that despite it not stopping you for a second, you feel the slight sting of the strike that was made against you as you were rushing back to Rek. Both of the elves that are here in the middle of town with you are dumbfounded by your action. And almost in unison, they shout at you, "That was mine!" And they start moving in to try to stop the people that are remaining in this town.
Oh.
Your new objective is still very simple, and one that I don't think that you'll have any trouble actually completing. You just need to get out now.
Well, I've used everything. I have literally nothing. I end the turn. I have to live with the consequences of my actions.
We will remember your sacrifice.
Remember to pour one over my rubble. Please.
Well, the turn goes to the enemies. As the two elves in the center start to move in. I'm going to start with this one here. The one that that was able to make a quick strike against you. They turn to the husk next to them, and they make a strike at them with their blades. Actually, I'm gonna move them up one before I do that. There we are. The husk seems relatively unfazed and still standing. They then continue their movement, saying, "Get away from me!" and start rushing towards Oriamus.
What's their might? Is it less than 0? Probably not.
No, unfortunately not.
Alright, well they still take a damage.
Okay.
Damn! That was a big hit, Husk.
Sorry.
Good job, buddy.
Their health was
Hang
fucked
on.
up, and I
What
don't
was
know
that?
why.
What I missed?
My Husk just dealt 31 damage to that elf because it
No, they
moved
didn't.
away.
31!
No,
Are you sure it wasn't 3 and then 1?
It wasn't even that. It was just 1, but for some
Oh.
reason, due to whoa, fuck.
Whoa! Hector!
Sorry. No,
Yo!
due to some backstage fuckery, it ended up taking 30 damage from something.
I don't know why, but their stamina values did not actually get adjusted
Oh,
they were supposed to.
That random elf took 32 damage. Whoa!
No, the shadow elf rushes past the husk and rushes past Akron as well.
I can make a swipe at him. Smack him.
I mean, he's leaving adjacency.
They are leaving adjacency.
Yes, would you like to deal 3 damage to them?
Adjacency is being left.
Yes.
3 damage! Yeah!
There we are. And as they reach Oriamus, they are going to try to grab at you.
Grab at me. I don't have what you want. Don't put your hands on me.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
I do not have the bracelet anymore.
Where did you
What
put
are
it?
you reaching for? I don't have it. He just put his hands up and just twist them around like he's doing a magic trick. It's not in this hand, it's not in his hand. Ooh. They say I was a bit of a showman in the Colosseum after all.
Holy fuck. This one runs out from the shadows. And they're going to just charge in to get as close as they can, ending in the shadow of the building, but still being unable to actually reach what all is going on here.
I guess from where they were standing, they just saw a blur of gray. Zoryamas runs to the center, grabs the bracelet, and runs out.
Pretty much, you have left all of them very confused. Finally, this woad elf off to the right here is going to rush in, moving 7 spaces.
Bark.
Boy, these
Bark,
guys
bark.
are fast.
I
Would have
know.
been really annoying if we had to actually do this fight.
I know. I only have 6 movement a turn.
And they are going to take a shot against the shadow elf,
Oh.
shouting from across the way, "Back off! It was ours!"
They did a very good job of protecting it, I see.
The girls are fighting.
And not very well.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, it's an okay amount of damage.
Right.
Range 10.
And
Oh my god.
they're going to end their turn, sending it back over to the players.
Anyone mind if I go? I can get myself and Oriamis out of this mess.
I mean, I can get out.
Not as quickly as I can get you out.
Yeah, yeah. But I have contingencies for how to get out.
I am your contingency.
What, you know? You're just gonna ruin my plans, aren't you?
Hey, you ruined
Their plans?
Ellis's plans, so
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it happens that way.
Yeah, but they couldn't teleport with the bracelet.
Will you be all right here, Shiver?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
All right, awesome.
I mean, they could teleport now.
Actually, that's a good point. You could just hesitation as weakness to leave.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So yeah, if you just
Wait,
hesitation
yeah.
as weakness when I'm done, you can just leave. All right.
Yeah, I've got plenty of
So
insight
I'm
for
gonna
it.
start my turn,
All right.
and we're gonna go bop, bop. Now I can't get you all the way there, but I can get you a little way there. I'm going to. How much do I have? 5 essence. Damn, that's good. I'm going to sacrifice this guy. And spend 4 essence. Woo! 1 essence left. There we go. To summon 5 more husks.
Scoozy?
Oh, actually, in point of fact, hold on. If I summon 5, I'll have too many, so I'm also going to sacrifice this guy. 1,
I was gonna say you can only have 8.
3, 4, and 5. All right, and then I'm going to. Oh, wait, did I pop that in? Oh, don't forget your focus. Or else, for I have called forth.
You know, just in case.
Yeah, I'm going to use my final essence as I grab Oriamus by the arm, as a husk grabs me by the arm. And we're gonna go on a little ride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're gonna put
We.
Oriamus up here.
I swear,
It's
you should start
diligence.
charging people for your rides, Peregrine.
And then using my movement, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, since now I'm in thing. And then these guys are gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna say I did that the better way. Hello, I lost connection. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Wait, actually no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Hector's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I end my turn.
Holy shit. I guess the blur just does not stop. Because as just
Hey, actually, hold on.
an army
much,
just forms. Go ahead.
Real quick, how much stability do you have, Oriamus? Wait,
2,
it doesn't matter
1.
because stability is optional.
No. I've got this. No. I've got this. I got
Nope,
it. Go.
sorry.
No. Go.
You are
Go.
being
into the-
rescued.
I have a
Please do
plan.
not
I have a
resist.
plan. Get in the zone. Don't take this away from me. No.
That's a push 3.
No. I want to use my stability.
There we
No.
go.
Alright.
All right.
You're right.
Shiver,
you
quick.
get moved 1 less.
Oh,
Aw.
sweet. Yes, perfect. All right.
It's gonna ruin my cool plans.
All right. Now I end my turn.
I
As
just have to sit here and watch it.
as all the elves just watch on in just astonishment as an army forms, dissolves, and then reforms again in a perfect line that just whisks away half of the people that were in the square, leaving behind nothing but somebody that spawned from an arrow and
another woad elf.
an
just kinda
elf,
standing
yeah, another
there.
woad elf that they didn't. They had. Oh my god. Alright, it's gonna go over to the enemy's turn.
Hesitation is weakness.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, how much insight does that give you, Shivery?
I think I'd be up to 5 at this point since I just spent 1. 5, yeah.
Oh my god, you don't even have to move, do you?
What do you mean? Like, no, yeah, I can just.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can in a puff of ash and then black ash teleport. And you can just black ash teleport the entire way. Oh
I mean,
my
I can
god.
also just like use my just not take a main action and have more movement, right?
Yeah, but it's
so
funnier if you just disappear.
you know what? No, you're right. All right, so I go to here and then I Black Ash teleport straight into the blue zone, baby.
Okay,
Easy peasy.
I have one request for you, Shiver.
Yes.
Rambles.
Yes.
Can Shiver punch Peregrine for 1 damage?
If they wish to do so.
Listen,
I mean, technically, I think the closest they could get to that is doing a melee free strike and forcing a tier 1 result.
I understand that you are frustrated. However, you're going to have to fight your own battles, you stubborn rock.
Another time.
You don't use
Oh.
a finely sharpened blade to fillet your salmon. Okay, that's a different thing.
You end your turn.
Oh yes, of course.
All right. Fucking. As while they're still reeling from Peregrine's turn, Shiver. All eyes are on Shiver as they just shout, "Hesitation is weakness." Wave their hands in front of their face and then just disappear.
Fuck your whole shit.
The only one left in the middle of the square is Akron.
Funny enough, being the one who was trying to nab the bracelet in the first place.
You just hear shouting from all sides as not a single elf here wants you all to leave, but they don't have a choice in the matter. They all they start moving in uselessly. This one down here just starts shouting, "They're getting away! Stop them!"
Oh, look good. That'll do you.
This shadow elf all the way down here, also moving as close as far as they can, goes back over to the players. Celis, tell me how you get Akron out of this.
Oh, she just shrugs as I shoot Living Arrow right next to me.
You just point at the ground. Akron just forms next to you, and you all just walk away.
I hope you enjoyed the extra 20 minutes of combat you got by changing the objective. Although I hesitate to call what just happened combat.
No, that. Look, guys, I had this whole thing.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
This is like the
Oh.
entire admin day in question.
Oh my god, that's right. We skipped a week of Draw Steel for this.
I'm gonna need to skip another week of Draw Steel just to recover.
Do you need me to go? Do you want me to go back in? Would you like me to fight these elves?
No,
Are you sure?
the moment's gone.
Let's
Oh,
pass.
I'm
So,
sorry.
since technically we completed 2 objectives, does that mean we get 2 victories for that?
Don't kick a man while he's down.
You all
We did a total of 4 damage, I believe. To one guy.
all in a blur. Take what by all rights, you didn't even know about before entering this town and leave.
I mean, it looked important. That's why I was gonna get it. You don't see two elves fighting for something without knowing it's important.
Well, now that we're
The
in a group, I could toss this over to Peregrine. Hey, Peregrine, do you want to take a closer look at it?
Oh, sure, yes,
Hold on.
of course.
Oh, sorry,
You
sorry.
all
No,
are-
no, sorry.
as you all are leaving, just nonchalantly tossing this thing around. Like, hey, take a look at this. The elves, like, seem to lose, like, just behind you. They seem to give chase barely, not being able to keep up with any of you, and lose all steam instantly.
I think we might have just solved the feud by giving them a common enemy.
And as you leave the town, you do not, like, you hear a bunch of shouting behind you, but otherwise, they have given up on trying to get you.
Fucking wound up. Just I can't believe you just let that guy run past you. Like, what the? You're supposed to stop him. Oh, no, what am I supposed to do about it?
Oh, fuck me.
I tried to hit him. He just kept going.
Okay, we're gonna change this. Here, we're gonna change it back to this. You're on the outside of the village. You toss it over to
So fa-
Peregrine so that they can take a closer look at it. And yes, you, as you had surmised before, it is the genuine article. Why they wanted it in particular is up in the air, other than it being just a magical item. But they they were ready to throw down for it. You just didn't let them.
Oh.
Do you think giving two elf clans a reason to unite against the common enemy might be bad for us?
No.
Nope.
Like, I just don't like elves. All right, no,
It's
no.
almost like, you know,
Sorry, Shiver. No
I'm
Again,
no
it's a
offense.
no offense, none taken. It's okay.
I am constantly reminded by a quote. You know, I think it goes along the lines of overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, but you know, that's not important. You know, we're just so good.
I happen to know another quote.
Oh, okay.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Paid for it, blood. Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll examine this this so-called divine vine.
Okay. You take a bit of a closer look at it. And from what you can surmise, uh, the not that you're holding on to it, it feels weird to hold on to because it is made of vines, but the vines are still living and are constantly growing in this circular pattern. So, despite it not actually moving around, you can feel it still kind of worming into itself in the palm of your hand.
mm-hmm.
Actually, going to
So
just get the actual description here. Now, you all do have a little bit of a choice. This is the actual effect of the divine vine.
mm-hmm.
That's it's like a hook shot.
Yeah, except it only works against targets.
I mean, it's still a hook shot.
It's still a hook shot.
Well, now
It's more like
I mean, it does work
it
against
does say
objects.
creature or object.
oh, so you can just grab a wall,
Yes,
Yeah, you can grab
and
a
pull
wall
yourself
and
to
then
it.
pull yourself to the wall.
So
Fair,
it is a
that
hook
sounds pretty
shot.
good for you.
For me,
Yeah.
I mean,
aren't you the one with least mobility?
me?
Yeah, you.
Did we, did, did you
I
not?
would
just
say
see
the
me?
one with the
his-
least
I said
maneuverability
least.
is. I'd say that the one with the least maneuverability is actually Wreck.
You didn't see him? The green blur?
Anybody
take his
can
main
just
action to do
move
that,
and then
though.
sprint.
I mean, I took my main action too to do that.
Yeah, but you also can fly.
Fair point.
But yes, you all can keep this if you want. But you haven't actually done what you set out to do just yet. And you know for a fact that with both of these groups wanting this thing, you could use it as a bargaining chip to get one of them on your side. Biggest problem that you run into now is that with the fight breaking out as quickly as it did, you haven't gotten a chance to talk with any of them, and you don't know what the hell is going on and why they're so quick to be at each other's throats.
Well, the Woad Elves were attacking the Shadow Elves. The Shadow Elves attacked us. So out of anybody to talk to, the Woad Elves have my vote.
Well, we could always wait for some of the heat to die down in the village and perhaps go into the village and ask them if they have more information on them.
Very smart.
Is that what you all want to do? Just kind of lay low for a little
Well,
bit and see if things die down?
That would be a smart idea.
All right.
Indeed.
In that case, then.
While we're waiting, not to be any kind of way about it, but Shiver, did you recognize any of them?
The elves?
The Woad Elves particularly.
To be fair, we were kind of in and out of there. I never really did get a good look at them.
You're from a Woad around here, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know that I would say around here per se, but a woad nonetheless, yes.
It all happened so fast that
It was very quick.
you would not recognize any individuals, but there is something that did recognize speed. Shiver. And that's they seemed to be wearing very similar garments to what other members of the Breadbreakers Guild would actually wear. Something just a small item of clothing to help designate you all. Like, what's the word for it?
Signify?
Not
you all-
quite a uniform.
Yeah, it's not quite a uniform.
I mean, we
Um,
did have to be pretty secretive. I
yes,
suppose that they still are.
but basically help you to see, well, to like find each other, uh, even in a crowd if you're not familiar with any, like with particular individuals. So your group still had to be pretty scattered throughout the road to accomplish much, especially with you being more underground. But yeah,
It's true, yes,
unfortunately,
it was very important to avoid any kind of detection.
fortunately though, with how quickly everything transpired, you did not recognize any of them in particular.
Well, if they do have some connections, I wish them all the best. I've not really had any updates since I was forced to flee for their sake. I don't know what they would be doing going after a bracelet at auction, but probably to raise funds. Let's be so for real right now.
Well, you all lay low in order to let things kind of die down a bit. And the shouting that you hear coming from the village does quiet, and eventually silence falls over the village once.
I think it is time for us to gather some information.
Quick, before we move on too far, are we getting any victories from that combat?
I mean, I am going to give you guys a a victory. Yes.
You get
Hooray!
one.
I mean, I think we deserve at least one.
There.
Hooray!
Yeah. Yeah.
You all return to the village, and you see people starting to open their doors and peek out, making sure that the coast is clear. And one by one, they do return to whatever they were doing before everything got
Did the
crazy here.
did the dwarf come back too?
Unlikely.
Very unlikely,
The
but
and the dwarf, probably upon seeing you, uh, made themselves scarce for the entire area. So that
oh,
is a pretty emphatic fuck no. They are not coming back here.
hmm Well, at least they weren't destroying local caravans and pillaging them.
But how do you wish to go about this? find random person, ask questions.
And without more information to go on, that's pretty much what we got to do, I think.
Well, in that case, then. We'll also ask. Tell us, Snackman, are you actually joining in the village this time, or are you still staying on the outskirts?
After what happened, I might like get a little bit close, but still close-ish to the outskirts.
You all go up to the closest individual, Celis and Akron, just hanging out a little bit away, just in case. And they jump at you, trying to get their attention, before looking over at you and be like, I'm sorry, a little jumpy. Then they see Shiver and jump again. Like, I don't want any trouble. They start backing away.
We're not here to cause trouble. In fact, it's very much the opposite. We're hoping to end this feud between these two groups you have plaguing the town, and with any luck, you will see some modicum of peace. Although we may have some unfortunate news as far as that goes as well. But we were hoping in the meantime to get a little bit more information about these groups.
Oh, and is your friend over there not willing to tell you what's going on? Pointing over at Shiver.
Listen, I don't know the ins and outs of every elf drama everywhere. Okay?
Kind of racist.
You think you take one look at me and I just know everything about you don't know shit. And if you do, you better start fucking talking because I don't know shit.
I'm gonna
He's
look
taking
at
a
them
little-
and
A little aback by that.
was
Uh,
awfully ignorant of you.
I'm sorry. I thought that they were with the other Woad elves. My apologies.
Yes,
We've
well,
been dealing with this for quite some time. So forgive me that there are not any Woad elves or shadow elves that come through this town that aren't involved. But since you are new, I also want to apologize on behalf of the village. It's well, I know that's not entirely within our control. I do wish that you had come by at a better time.
Is there something else going on other than the obvious?
No, just these fights break out often enough that we don't stick around outside anymore when something starts happening. It starts to devolve very quickly. But
With how
we do have
the
breaks.
group was set up, it looks like they had planned to fight over the bracelet that they were going for at the auction.
They They do that time to time. We are. I will say that for the most part, we are amicable with them on their own. None of them mean any harm to us in particular, or they are constantly at each other's throats. We do
Must be
trade
a
with
very
them,
unsafe
but
feeling for you, though.
no, I do not feel safe much at all. Um, Unfortunately, like while we are willing to trade with them, either of them really, if if both of them end up in the market at the same time, well, it doesn't often go well. You'd think that they would find times to avoid each other, but I think that the Woad Elves have more bad blood with the Shadow Elves than the reverse.
Do you know why that is?
Well, they've been here for a while, but with us being so close to the Woad Elves feel that the Shadow Elves are encroaching on their territory. I've heard them talk about them like they're evil conquerors, but all I've ever seen of the Shadow Elves is people that are very much out of their element, just trying to live. We thought it would be fine to let the Shadow Elves kind of take up refuge on the other side of town. And inadvertently, we've caused the village quite a bit of strife, with neither one willing to give any ground. Do you not know anything about the Shadow Elves?
Not for me, at least.
I see. Well, I'll admit I don't know much either. But my conversations with them, both sides, with the way that the Woad Elves tell it, that the Shadow Elves have come from another world, Equinox, they apparently call it. And they plan to change all of Orden to some kind of sunless place, basically creating a new home, but destroying ours in the process. Why they speak of them like heinous villains. The Shadow Elves, though, the way they talk, that's not what they want at all. They do want a new home, but they hold no ill will against us. At least not towards this village. I don't know, it sounds like they refuse to hear each other. I can't really say if one is in the right, but neither of them seem to be willing to admit that they're in the wrong, what it's worth.
Hmm.
So that you're going to try to solve our problems.
Yes.
It,
That is
there's,
the goal.
I know I can't do much, but if there's anything that you think might help, or anybody else in this village would be more than happy to assist in any way that we can. We know where each of them is set up, but I please don't hurt them if you can avoid it. I swear, on their own, they're good people, but that bad blood, it's just hard for them to get over.
Of course.
Well, perhaps our presence will be just the catalyst to effect some change.
With any luck. One more thing, though. You talked as if there's more problems.
Oh, yes. So you may not remember a time, but you know Behdmeten, just down the way.
Yes, I'm familiar with Behdmeten.
Do you remember its old ruler, Korsakef the First?
Never met the man well before my time,
We should
but
all be so lucky.
I'm familiar with the name. Uh, we do trade in Behdmeten every now and then.
Are you familiar with his history?
Aren't we supposed not to, scare the populace?
A certain level of healthy fear is healthy.
No, I can't say I'm familiar. What are you getting at? Why? What's wrong?
All right, I'll just cut straight to the quick then. Korsakef the First, tyrant of Behdmeten, who cut a path of death and destruction across the land, has returned as a mummy lord and seeks to reclaim what he sees as rightfully his, and I'm sure a lot more besides, leaving likely nothing good in its wake. We are, in truth, here not just to solve your issue, but hopefully to recruit some able bodied warriors to help in the defense of Behdmeten and in the re-inhuming of Korsakef. I tell you this only because it's only a matter of time before he or his lieutenants visit this village. And I want you to be prepared. If you can, I would recommend evacuating into the walls of Behdmeten. We will not ask you to fight if you're not able, but you may not be safe for much longer.
He starts tripping over hearing this news.
Sorry, did you
Look,
say he starts tripping?
he starts tripping over his words.
Oh, okay.
And this like
Holy
mic
fuck.
sensitivity is apparently very
It-
aggressive.
Really aggressive.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus Christ.
Villagers be tripping.
He starts
Start
tripping.
Tripping balls.
He starts tripping over his words. And kind of talking to himself a bit. He's like, but Our home. We can't just. I. What do
Bless you.
you? You bring terrible, terrible news, traveler. I. I understand. I assume that Korsakef the Third has sent you all.
We
In
are
part, but
doing our best to clear out any tasks in the area they have.
How long do we have?
that we cannot answer. Could be days, could be weeks.
The hope is that we will be able to solve the issue before it arrives on your doorstep.
All right. Well, I suppose that start packing our things. I don't know if all the others are going to be willing to uproot themselves so quickly, but if what you say is true, then I would rather live. I hope that they feel the same.
We are
Or
hoping
not.
Do I?
I will
that
pass on. I will pass on the word.
once Korsakef the First has been taken care of, you will be safe to return to the comfort of your home. But keeping yourself safe until then is key.
Of course. Of course. Thank you. I wish you the best of luck in solving this conundrum. That perhaps if we do have a home to come back to, we won't come back to this mess again. And he, head low, walks away, going to return to the home that he came from. Do you wish to continue to ask about, or do you want to try to approach one of the sides yet?
Was there everyone else? It just might be a good idea to solve this issue sooner than later.
I think we've heard all we're going to hear from the village. We may get more information from the individual camps.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we can find a peaceful resolution to this after all.
That is the hope.
Ideal scenario, yes.
All right. Well, in that case, then, as far as you are aware, it should not be difficult to find either camp, as you just go to one side of the village, you're a lot more likely to find those individuals. Do you want to approach one of them in particular first? You can, of course,
We
split
could-
up too if you want to cover more ground. Sorry, is that what you were going to say?
Yeah.
Sorry, stealing your thunder.
I mean, there's not much thunder in saying we could split up.
Let's split up, gang. I'm taking the
The
two
main
hot chicks.
thing I'm trying to decide here, if you are trying to play mediator here, would it be better to send Shiver in a delegation to the Woad Elves, since they will likely be more open to them? Or, in the interest of opening diplomatic channels, might it be better to send Shiver as an ambassador to the Shadow Elves, to start breaking down some of these barriers sooner?
If you send Shiver to the Shadow Elves, I may serve as a bodyguard and intimidation.
That would leave Celis, Akron, and I to visit the Woad Elves.
Sounds like a plan.
I am alright with this, yes.
Okay, then it sounds like the split currently is to send Shiver and Oriamas to the Shadow Elves, and Peregrine, Celis, and Akron to the Woad Elves. Is that correct?
Sounds like it.
All right. In that case, then, the group splits, going to opposing sides of this village. And starting with the Woad Elves, you find yourselves at the edge of the village where it seems to just abruptly end at the edge of the woods. You can see that it has been there have been some small stumps and trees that have been taken down, but for the most part it is untouched, and they have just worked around it. More than likely, they did not want to start any problems with the Woad. But if the Woad Elves are going to be anywhere, it's going to be in here.
Have you ever been to a Woad, Celis?
I do not think so. When it comes to elves, I do not like their kind.
I am not a big fan of elves.
I'm not a big fan of the elves.
Not a big fan of elves.
They live for too long. Their humanity, their sense of good and bad gets corrupted with how long they get to live. We become inconsequential. So I do not care for their kind. Going back to your question, no, I haven't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, well, I did have a Woad neighboring Amberfield, so we did treat with the Woad Elves, although I've never met any High Elves or Shadow Elves myself, so I can't speak to them, but we did have a certain agreement together. We had a shared love of Salorna, god of nature, but Listen, woads are weird, so just stay close, and if something calls your name, no, it didn't. Don't follow it.
I've lived in the forest long enough to know that you don't listen to the voices calling for you.
Good. I'm sure if we just walk in here enough, we won't have to find the camp. The elves will find us. Which is, very convenient. Shall we?
Let's go.
Right. And, having dealt in woads before, yeah, I'm just going to walk kind of blindly into it,
All right.
knowing that eventually we will be found by the woad elves within.
That is very true. And that confidence will be genuinely of use to you as as you enter into the woad. I do have to ask, while it probably won't come up, uh, are you still holding on to the bracelet, Peregrine? Or did you hand that back to
I'm.
Blazer? Oriamus.
Oriamus, would you have asked for it back?
No. I would not have
Okay.
directly asked for it back.
In that case, it is probably hidden on Hector's person.
Okay. Shiver and Oriamus, you head to the other side of town, where you can see almost unnaturally it starts to get darker. Shadows seem to fight back the light, despite there being nothing to cast such a darkness.
I think we are traveling in the right direction.
It is certainly ominous enough to suggest this, yes.
And you continue forward. In the woad, you hear the whispers and sounds that define the woad due to your at least passing familiarity with it. You do not follow any of these noises. You know that they are most of the time there to lead you astray. The woad has a way of fighting back against people that it does not want to have there, typically through beguiling the senses. The woad itself being living and magical.
I will have to trust your judgment here, Shiver, for I do not know what is a trick played by the woad.
I apologize. I should have. I should have.
Oh. You
I should have clarified. I'm trying to jump back and forth, so I'm not like having one group taking over entirely.
I was like,
Yeah, no, you're
you
fine.
said the shadows are thick.
Yeah, the shadows are thick. Thick
Mhm.
shadows. Yeah, in the woad though, it is not long before you hear a rustling that sounds less like an illusion and more like a threat. That was very, very close. Peregrine, Celis, and Akron. Do you continue forward? What do you do?
I don't know.
Gizmo, if you're saying anything, I can't hear you. Mouse around.
Hello?
Hi
Hi.
there.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry, one more time.
I was asking if like if there's anything in particular that Peregrine, Celis, or Akron are doing upon hearing the very close rustling in the woad.
Yeah, and it does sound, uh, for lack of a better term, humanoid, right? Not like some sort of forest critter.
It at the very least sounds like there is a presence with you. Not one that's calling to you. Someone or something is there.
Well, if we can hear them rustling, it means that they are announcing their presence to us. Hail, friends!
Yeah, I just choke up whatever the fuck I was gonna say, not even giving a chance to stop him before he makes noise.
Don't worry, Celis. Wood elves are no good friends of Ajax. That much I know. You'll be safe here.
Upon you announcing that you are aware of their presence, a woad elf does step from behind a tree with a bow drawn and trained on you. At this moment, you hear further rustling all around as you find yourself surrounded.
So you've chosen the formal greeting. I'm flattered, really. My name is
You
Peregrine.
all were
Oh, by all means.
you all were in the town. You took our things.
Briefly, yes. Our thing. Now, as I recall, the auction hadn't yet finished and had a declared winner. What's more, I'm fairly certain those were stolen goods. We actually had a run-in with those dwarves not a few days prior, and they are known highwaymen.
Why do you come into our woad? Are you here
Well,
to
we ended
wait on to uh to wave it in our faces, laugh at us?
only if you're into that. No, we are here because we have heard about your issue with the Shadow Elves nearby, and we wanted to talk to you, get some information about your perspective on the whole ordeal, and perhaps provide assistance should it be necessary. We only want peace.
Peace with the shadow elves. Peace with the shadow elves.
Or peace
All right.
without them if it comes to that.
You offer assistance. We'll take anything we can get. Here, we'll guide you to our camp. Just don't try anything funny. Yeah,
Humor was never my strength anyway.
yeah. Gives a bit of a hand wave to the others, and they collapse in around you and start guiding you through the woad.
I can
Worry
do a
not.
killer dance if you want one, though.
I'll pass up. I'll pass you up on that one. But just stay close. Worry not. The woad will protect.
Of course. I've been escorted through a woad or two in my time.
The fact that you got this far at least speaks to your familiarity. Jumping back to the shadow. We'll enter the shaded space. It's immediately alien to you, as upon entering the shadow, you see each other be washed almost entirely of color. The darkness is one that you can see through very clearly still, but the magical shade is not anything like the shadows that you are familiar with, Shiver. It's unnatural in every way. Ahead you can see where some small shacks have been cobbled together. And as you continue forward, you, Shiver, feel as if somebody is right next to you, almost blending with the shadow around you. Even with your familiarity with stealth, you feel as if at any moment they could reach out and touch you. You are being watched, and you feel unwelcome.
This is no way for you to treat a guest.
You hear a whisper, not from the side that you felt the presence, but from the other side, saying, "A woad elf entering our realm. You are no guest. Though I have to admit you are quite daring."
Well, yes, it's one of our many features, thank you very much, and you are quite cunning. All that we are here to do is to talk. But I would like to do it face to face, like the civilized individuals that we both are.
And why now would the woad send you? Were we not just at each other's throats? What of all of the years that we have been fighting? Now you wish to talk? Now you wish to hear us?
Listen, I am not exactly from this area. Okay. I am a wood elf, but I don't think I'm part of whatever it is that you have going on here. I am here to hear you out, to try to make sense of this mess. I cannot do that if you will not speak.
Presence that you felt at your side appears before you. The shadow elf that looked so washed out in the sun, you can now see in what you can only assume to be their more natural environment. The clothing that they wear being a mix of whites, grays, and blacks, perfect for hiding. But they're you can also see how they have a almost split down the middle between dark and light. One side being more light grays and whites. The other side of their face being a much darker color. The hair sitting out into black strands. You come alone from the woad, claim that you are not with them. Fine. We will allow you to listen. Your friend, looking at only right over at Oriamus, took something from us. I assume that you have no intention of giving it back.
Not per.
Oh.
Oh yes. Oh no. By all means, speak for yourself, Rockman.
I was going to leave the delegation to you, but we will return it if we see that a agreement has been met between the two parties. We are not here representing the Woad Elves, but we are mediators to help resolve the conflict between you.
I doubt that our conflict will be resolved by a simple conversation, unfortunately, but I invite you to try. I hope that our words and pleas can satiate your curiosity.
We are
And
here to understand.
then hopefully, with any luck, you all will leave us with at least a better understanding of our plight.
Well, there's luck, and then there's your willingness to talk about it. Thank you for meeting me face to face, first of all. But yes, we're going to need to have a bit more of a discussion.
And so we shall. Come, let's go sit. And he'll lead you close to the camp. Jumping back to the Wodo. I love you. Good night.
They love me.
They love me.
That'll be easy.
Night, Gideon.
They love me.
Sorry. Gideon just came up to me suddenly and tell me night night. Anyway. Jumping back to the Woad. They have brought you to a small encampment. A section of trees that seem to have willingly given just enough space for the Wood Elves here to live and set up their homes. They pull over some chairs and invite you to take a seat.
Nothing if not a gracious guest, so I shall sit.
Mm. The siblings stare for a moment, then decide to join in.
All right. The one that guided you here sits down as well and says, I'm sorry for the how rude before.
Think nothing of it. We were in your woad, after all.
He gives a nod. You wish to understand what is happening. What do you know so far?
Well, so far, from what we've gathered, you suspect the Shadow Elves of being an occupational force who are trying to convert Orden into something more akin to their home manifold.
Yes. We have seen, heard of the Shadow Elves before, and unfortunately, all that we have ever seen and heard of Shadow Elves was from their forces that they send from Equinox to try to transform Orden. Their home is dying. They need a new one. But that does not mean that they can take ours.
I couldn't agree more. Do you know by what mechanisms they seek to convert our world into theirs?
I'm not entirely certain as to how they accomplish it, but I know that they what I've heard, seek to remove or blot out our sun. Their world is one of eternal darkness, one that I would much rather not live in. Oh, sorry, I should say eternal dusk, not darkness. It's either way. We have seen them before. Not these ones in particular, but ones have made their own home here. We do not want to give them any ground.
How long have these shadow elves been in this area?
At this town, they've been here for a couple generations. They've been fighting, well, not us specifically. The Woad has been fighting back against them. Just keeping them at bay, trying to protect at least this town. So they have been around the area for some time. We, upon hearing that these ones here and had set up a foothold, I'm sure that you've seen it, the unnatural, just area of shadow that they've created. Small step, I'm sure, but one that if we allow it to grow, will threaten to consume the village whole.
And has it grown?
Slowly. Even in the time that we've been here, it has started to expand. Not much, mind you, and thanks to our efforts, I believe, it has avoided the village for the most part, expanding away from it. It's just unfortunate that the villagers, they don't understand. They keep providing them and thus allowing them to continue their growth. And for their efforts, the Shadow Elves only deem it necessary to turn their blades and magics on us.
I might call that self-defense. Though if the shadow
Okay.
does grow, as you say, is certainly worrying. Have you spoken with them? Attempted any sort of diplomacy?
We have tried, though they seem unwilling to talk with us. When we first got here, our group, we did actually try to see if we could figure out why they were here in particular. But it grew, hostilities grew very, very quickly. I will admit that we were not the most welcoming. But please understand that we are dealing with a historically hostile force.
I can understand that. Not to mention it potentially bears an existential threat, which is not to be taken lightly.
Fortunately, Shadow Elves have also been desperate. We can't afford to go in with open arms. for fear that they will do anything to meet their goals.
What if I could offer protection? A small delegation of you, 1 or 2 is all it would take. No more sneaking around the village buildings, if this is to work. We can perhaps convince a small group of shadow elves to come, and maybe we can get the mediation done. If there's any double crossing, we'll deal with it.
Propose
If
that
you were
we
there,
have a debate in the middle of the village or outside of it.
not a debate, but a conversation, certainly. We find neutral ground, and we perhaps come to something of an understanding. And if they are truly here to convert Orden into a permanent dusk, as you say, then we'll simply rout the lot of them, kill them where they stand, and protect this woad and all beyond it.
Well, I doubt that we have much common ground, but I would be willing to try. You are asking quite a lot, though. This is a fight that's been going on for some time, and one that has lost some of our brothers, and injured many more.
I understand that what I ask is no small feat. But, I'm reminded of the wisdom of Draen the Warden, one of Salorna's saints. Perhaps you've, heard of her.
Yes. I'm quite familiar. Alright.
Excellent.
Fine. Again, we'll try. For what it's worth. So long as you can promise that protection will be given, we will trust.
Well,
at least for now.
if you were there in town
You can
square, I'm
promise
sure that you
protection,
saw.
but we also expect you not to take the chance to betray the trust that we are putting in you by trying to take advantage of this and have an upper hand over those you consider your enemies.
We will not lie in wait if that's what you're lying. Any weapons that we bring will be simply for our own self-defense. Send 1 or 2. Make sure that we don't escalate things prematurely.
Excellent. We may have peace yet.
I hope you're right, but I think that, I still think that that is a very, very good dream. Not much else. Jumping back
shall
over
see.
to the shadow. The other shadow elves seem very anxious on seeing a woad elf entering their camp. But after the shadow elf that guided you in here says something to them, they back down. Still not quite okay with your presence, but at the very least they are more... They seem like they're less ready to draw their weapons. So, you wish to understand. I assume that with how willing you were to enter our small patch of shadow, you are not familiar with us.
No.
Not as much as I would like to be.
Then we'll start at the beginning. Our world is dying. Equinoxes has been our home so long. But unfortunately, we need a new home. There are many among us that wish to lay claim to a new place. Fortunately, the sun is disagreeable to us.
Mm-hmm.
We can walk in the sunlight, but it makes us weak. It's too much. Understand that Equinox is a place of perpetual dusk, one where we don't have to worry about the sun. Why, through our magics, we create this zone that you are in now. One where we can roam freely, at least as free as this area allows. Some of us, though, some of my people, wish to do more. They're not content with a small patch of shadow. They wish to create a new Equinox. Fortunately, I believe that the Woad Elves, on the other side of this village, see us as one and the same. But while I am not quick to fully condemn the
One moment.
actions of...
One
Oh.
moment. One moment.
I'm so sorry. It's my second headphones just died. I've got to get better at keeping up with that shit. Hold on, hold on.
Wait, if they just died, how? Oh, they're dying.
Because I just plugged it. I just turned it right back on.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Not me this whole time wondering what that fucking beeping was. Okay, anyway, sorry.
What's that beeping noise?
Surely it's not for me. Anyway,
Well, unfortunately, the photos on the other side of the village seem to believe we are one and the same, but while I am not quick to condemn the actions of my people, they are scared, just trying their best to find something. The people here simply seek refuge. Just because we understand that just because our world is dying, that does not mean that we have any right to lay claim to yours or anyone else's. Even this patch of shadow that we've been allowed to set up has been with permission from the village, at least to a certain extent. Fortunately, we have no choice but to defend ourselves most of the time against the Woad Elves. Well, they were not the first one to draw a weapon. They were the first one to bite with their words. When we first arrived, my understanding that negotiations were, well, they did not go well. The Woad Elves they were quick to assume our reason for being here. And what little they did listen to, they immediately threw back at us. While they did not draw their weapons outright, make no mistake that they were hostile right out of the gate. Small foothold that we have now was much smaller then. And your people, if you don't mind me saying, are, well, they're not, they don't seem to like that. We need more room. we do. Our people, like, we grow. We are raising families here. And our small bubble can only support so many. So we don't have much choice but to either grow or suffer in the light.
right, yes. Yeah, I do see your conundrum, and I'm sorry that you're in this position. And you have tried just talking with them, perhaps? I don't think they would be unsympathetic.
We have tried, at least in the past, but they believe that any anything that we stand to gain is a step closer to oblivion.
Right.
We're just one small group, and not even ones that hope to do anything to this place. No, they see it as fighting back against a force that threatens to blot out their sun. Don't blame them, but hasn't exactly been good for conversations.
Right, which I can also see. Well, look, I can acknowledge it's not like you are malicious. I can see where you're coming from, and I thank you for opening up to us in this way. Me especially being who I am, of course. I know this must be difficult.
You are one of
What
the
if then?
first Wodos that has actually bothered listening.
Right. Well, and I hate to hear that, although I'm not necessarily surprised. Let's say I know how they can be. Really, I do. But what if we can offer you this then? Um if you will come with us, we can set up a meeting with the other Woad elves and see if with my help, with our help, um we can talk to them and reach some kind of a
Agreement.
understanding, if not even an agreement. We can make some progress on this thing.
Some
I
space is needed to be given to one another.
want to believe that a conversation would solve our problem, but I am afraid that this has been going on for long enough that it's not going to end just because we share words. I am willing to try, because we don't really have anywhere else to go. This is one of the few places where people, either not knowing of us or knowing of us and being willing to look past it, gave us a home. We, if
Well,
if the Woad Elves' only thing that they desire is for us to leave, I'm sorry, there's no middle ground to be found in that. I will still try.
well, and that is all that really I can ask of you. And I appreciate that you're open to such an effort. Again, like I said, I know how they can be, but I know how they can be, and that is to our advantage.
I hope so. And I also hope that our conversation has not put you in a bad light. No, no pun intended.
Well, it's not the most flattering light for me out here in the perpetual dusk that is your home, but listen, I'm a stealthy elf myself. I can appreciate your work and where you're coming from, and in all sorts of ways. So,
Then we are agreed.
no offense taken. Indeed.
I thank you for your understanding. As a show of faith, as long as you can promise that we will not be ambushed, then I will go with another trusted individual, and we will have our conversation.
And if they decide to ambush us, I will provide my shield to protect you.
And as far as the Woad Elves go, I'm top of class. So we have champion prize fighter and big rock man. You're fine. You're going to be fine.
Thank you. Let me discuss this with someone. We'll make ready to have this conversation. We'll figure out the details momentarily.
But of
They-
course.
They step away to talk to another individual, in a language that seems to be their native tongue, speaking a lot faster and a lot more freely. And they grab a couple things, mostly just a weapon to defend themselves should anything go sour, but one that they assure you they have no intention of drawing if they can avoid it. They would prefer to return to their family, whether this goes well or not.
Mm-hmm.
And they follow you to the edge of the shadow. We will await you calling upon us, hopefully soon. Just let us know if you are unable to get a negotiation going. Jumping to the woad.
Wait, hold on a second.
What? It'll be quick, don't worry.
All right.
Jumping to the woad, they also make their final preparations. The individual that was the head that you were previously talking to, and another one that you do at least recognize as the one that had fired an arrow at the woad elf, the shadow elf from before. He assures you that they will keep their bow upon their back until, unless things do escalate. But he trusts them wholeheartedly. And besides, if anybody gets injured, they're a healer. So, good to have on hand.
Good.
And they guide you back out of the woad. The trip to the edge of the woad is significantly shorter than the trip in. Almost as if the woad itself is parting to allow a path for you all to leave. Once you get to the edge of the woad, it tells you, we'll wait here for the time being. Just let us know if anything can be negotiated. We don't want to start anything by being the first to approach. And they let you into the village. And that is where we will end it for the night.
I see.
Despite how that fight, in quotes, went, I will be giving you a token because, holy fuck,
You just like us too
Like-
much. Yeah.
I
Game
I
gotta
guess I'm just gonna have
recognize
to-
game.
yeah, like I even made like I even tried to make the thing like bigger. But woe is me. I should have had him selling the stuff on the other side
You
of
really
the
should have
fucking
had
map,
to get on
apparently.
the south, like all the
Yeah.
way at the end of town.
More the fool is me.
Or just win initiative, bro.
Yeah,
Or yeah,
just win the initiative.
That's true.
especially when I roll a 9 for initiative,
Uh,
should just won it.
that. I guess I'm just gonna have to try out the idea that I had some other time.
Sad.
Sad. Oh, well.
Sad.
We'll pick this up next week. And hopefully things will go well.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That said, if you're still here, thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.